Welcome to this episode of Passport to Payments. We're at FI Berlin today. My name is Mikkis and I have Sarah Häger from Enable Banking with me. Thank you for joining me. Sarah, please introduce yourself and what is your focus area right now?
Thank you for the invitation. I'm Sarah and I work with Enable Banking. My hobbies are open banking, and open banking. I've been working with the topic for the last 10 years. First 7 years in a bank, in a big Nordic bank, and the last three and a half years with the fintech Enable Banking. Enable Banking is a company who is a bit like a digital FedEx. We're fetching transaction data with the help of open banking technology, and we're bringing it into the application of choice of our customers. So we work with banks, we work with different fintechs, we work with use cases like loyalty, credit scoring, lending, risk-based assessments. We work with recruitment and with the collections, debt recovery, etc. A lot of different use cases with one very simple and single API.
You mentioned a lot of different use cases, both in B2B and B2C. What kind of embedded finance use cases perhaps are you seeing right now?
Oh, many. A lot of traditional banking products you can embed with open banking, and then you get a completely different product. You can also see how banking is moving outside of traditional banking and how a lot of B2B products in B2B banking is moving into the ERP systems. We see how ERPs are offering cards. We see how ERPs are offering lending, reconciliation services, all the traditional banking services of sorts.
What makes it possible for these ERP systems to start providing so much?
A big part of it is actually open banking.
Yeah.
No one is, in that sense, speaking about that it's open banking doing it, as it's as seamless and as invisible as it should be. It's in many senses similar to location data. Location data is enabling navigation on the roads. It's enabling you to get a Uber in 2 minutes. It's enabling you to solve a lot of different problems. But we never speak about the location data. It's exactly the same with open banking data, because the fine part is not in the open banking, the fine part is in the value it provides.
So do you think open banking isn't getting the sort of advertisement and the praise that it should?
I don't need praise. What we want is to create value. And I think that the praise is actually in the value that we are generating for our customers.
I love that. That's a good way of putting it. It's all about the value and in the end. You're speaking this week about reducing friction in payments. Mm-hmm. Where do you see the biggest friction points and what's actually working to solve them?
There are so many friction points in payments. Everything from the challenges where you're initiating a SEPA instant payment and either it doesn't go through at all or it turns into an ordinary SEPA payment. We see challenges in the IBAN discrimination, how some banks and some locations are having bigger challenges than others. The bank's uptimes of the APIs. In many places where account-to-account payments could play a big role, it is simply not stable enough for the companies who want to implement it.
Trick question, I overheard this. Companies in open banking are spending a lot of time just maintaining connections to the banks. Is that true?
Absolutely.
Where they could be spending time integrating to a wider set of providers?
Absolutely.
How can we fix that?
We have it solved. We are integrated to a bit more than 2,700 or 2,800 banks as of now. And we are maintaining it. But then that is our main job, adding and maintaining those banks. We're not providing any value on top. So we take care of, in that sense, the boring part for the fintechs or for the banks. And then we help everyone else to enjoy one API instead of thousands of APIs.
What does a company that's recently launched their payment accounts and their card program and they make their APIs available via open banking, what does a company like that need to do to be integrated with Enable Banking, perhaps other aggregators?
Ping us. Let us know you have an API and we will come and integrate it.
Love that. I'm going to keep you up on that word. So Sarah, you've been a strong advocate for inclusion within and diversity within fintech. What's one thing the industry still isn't getting right, would you say?
The fear when you're looking at fintech from outside, that is this something that I dare to join? It's the friendly recruitments where you recruit your friends around. You see it with the spin-offs from Klarna, from Tink, companies that have been growing where you find your friends and then you go off and then you found new companies. And it's understandable because you want to have people that you really trust around you when you start building something. That's not something you do with anyone. I think the challenge in it is nothing that is going to be solved easily. I think it's a lot about keeping a network of good people, building your own network with good people and making sure that you're talking to different people in different situations. Because in different events, you build different kind of networks.
It's all about that openness to not only the people that you know, but what else can I learn from this person and their space in this industry.
And I think the biggest challenge that many are falling on is recruiting people that are like themselves.
Yeah. Someone told me you should find someone that's way better than you at that specific job and everything else in general.
100%.
Well, Sarah, thank you so much for taking the time to speak to me. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much for the invitation.